Internet, this episode is brought to you by the good folks at Bevel.
Ow.
Of course it is.
It's the first and only system clinically proven to prevent bumps, bruises, ingrown hairs, and anything that comes with having coarse or curly hair.
I'm thinking this ain't the first time you heard a Bevel ad.
Not at all.
These guys are doing their thing. These women are doing their thing. I'm telling you one thing. They have put in work after work after work after work. Putting out great product. Okay?
Yeah, my China out here feeling like a baby's bottom.
I'm telling you, they got the trimmer, they got the shaver, and they got all the grooming products. Go to getbevel.com/Pete. Again, that's getbevel.com/Pete. Find out the discounts you get on Bevel. You get your first month free. Listen, there's discounts over there. Go to getbevel.com/Pete. Check out what's going on. Now let's get to the show.
Come on, everybody get set, let's go. It's the next episode. It's the Premium Pete Show. News, interviews, all of the info. Listen up, it's the Premium Pete Show. If you want the scoop in the low, down low, listen to the show, cause Milk said so. Fuck what you heard, better act like you know. Miss Lissa knows. It's the Premium Pete Show.
They're playing basketball.
What the fuck?
I like that basketball. They're playing. Years back, Internet, me and Pete would be riding somewhere out of state or something, and Pete would have the satellite radio on, and he'd be playing that old head channel. You know what I mean?
Backspin
with like that. Like listen, for real. If you fucking listen to Backspin, seriously, just go buy yourself a coffin. You're about to die.
Well, that's
if you know any rap music that's being played on Backspin, if your radio ever fucking tunes in the Backspin, you are one day from dying. So get in a fucking coffin right now.
Well, that's what you said to me. And you used to make me think about that shit, and then I canceled my subscription with the motherfuckers.
I'm glad you did, man.
I had to. Actually, I didn't cancel. What happened was when you get a new car, a lease car, or finance a car, you get 3 months free.
Okay.
But then after 3 months, I was like, I'm not paying for this shit.
Listen, you're just paying for your death.
Yeah, man, I'm not paying for that shit.
Fuck that old head shit.
Now, listen.
Backspin.
Anyway, listen, Internets, welcome back to another episode of the Premium Pete Show. Miss Listener, she may be here today. I don't know where she is. I think she's on her way.
She's on her way. That's all right. But it's a special episode. We're taping at a special time, and we got to be about that.
Most definitely.
We got to be professional.
Dallas Penn's in the building. Looking slim, man. You wearing these camo pants, you're looking fucking slimmer than ever.
Oh, shit.
I just hope that you don't ever wear spandex.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Get the fuck out of here.
I do, but I wear shorts over them. I mean, I don't
like basketball shorts.
Of course.
Yeah, but that doesn't probably look right. It looks so crinkled.
Fuck that. It's still respectful. If you're a man out here wearing spandex with nothing covering you, fuck it. Put a skirt on at least.
Commando, you mean?
I'm just saying you cannot wear spandex or leggings.
Well, first of all,
without
you're talking
a cover.
About people. First of all, people listening
short or skirt
could be listening all over the world.
Yes,
I've seen people, particularly in New York City and Soho, on a unicycle wearing a pink bicycle singlet, full body outfit like a wrestler.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Pink,
singlet.
neon pink.
That's a singlet.
Neon pink on a unicycle.
Okay.
Do you feel? Here's the thing. Do you feel? I mean, you.
But that's a special case, man.
But
you said a dude was riding a unicycle.
A unicycle.
Come on, man.
But that's not abnormal.
That's some circus shit. No, that is abnormal.
Well, not in New York City.
Where do you see unicycles? Where do you see unicycles? Premium?
Not in New York City.
Premium. Where do you see fucking unicycles?
Well, particularly in New York City.
In Coney Island, where you grew up?
No.
Yeah, because the circus be down there.
No more.
Freaks be
First
down
of all, I think they canceled the circus. Ringham Bar and Bailey's, and we know it. They canceled it.
They're about to cancel that shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what I want to say before we get into this episode? What I want to say is the laws are fucked the fuck up. And I want Internet to tell me, and I want you, Dallas, to talk about this shit. If in Jersey, you're allowed to have, you get a gun permit where you could carry in your house, right?
Okay.
This shit is mind-boggling to me. So you get references, and then you're approved by the
state board licensing.
The board,
yes,
yep.
Okay.
And you're able to carry a gun in your house.
Okay.
Right.
You're able to own a gun.
In your
house.
And
okay.
you I think you could transport it to the range and back.
It's got to be concealed. It's got to be
yep.
safety
in the case. Yep, exactly.
Okay, whatever, yeah.
But here's the fucking thing: if someone comes in your house and you don't kill them, they could kind of sue you for injury. Their family, if they die, could sue you for insurance of their death.
Yeah.
How fucking... I just want you to think about that for a second, right? Just think. Somebody fucking plots to rob your fucking house.
Yes.
I'm just speaking about Jersey. I know there's so many laws in other places.
Go ahead. Finish your
They
thought.
come in your fucking house. They're like, I'm going to rob this motherfucker. And if I have to, I'm going to pistol whip this bitch too. Then all of a sudden, You don't kill him, or you do kill him,
Okay.
regardless. Next thing you know, you got a lawsuit against you from the fucking people's family.
Hold on for a second. Young man, what's your name? Young production assistant. What's your name, sir? Shaylin. Is there possibly water that's less warm than this one right here?
Oh, this is from warm water.
Yeah, this is like you brought this out of the oven.
The engineer brought us some warm water. Let me ask him, did you get this from the camel? From the camel's hump?
Yo, literally, he brought us some water like they put it in the oven first.
Get on the mic for a second. Get on the mic for a second. Now, are you Indian or Pakistan?
What?
Are you Indian or Pakistan?
I'm Indian.
Okay. Now, Muslim?
No.
Okay. So you're not Muslim?
No.
So what did you choose to be? What's your religion?
I'm just Christian.
Okay, Christian. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Muslim ban?
Well,
I mean, you're giving out warm water. I think you don't really give a fuck.
well, I don't know, man.
What is your name for the internet that
I'm
don't know?
Shailene.
Shailene. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shailene, engineer here at Engine Room Studio.
Yeah.
You're giving out warm water to folks, to guests,
Yeah.
but you don't have any thoughts on the Muslim ban, or do you have friends affected? Any family
No,
that's
no.
no?
No.
So all your family, you said you're Indian, right?
Yeah, we're Indian.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, all your family is everybody's okay with that? Everybody good?
And when you say Indian, I mean I'm actually Punjab.
Okay.
When I hang out with a certain group of folks, my Punjab folks, my name is Dalvinder.
Okay.
Dalvinder Singh.
Okay. Okay.
Dalvinder Singh. So
All right.
are you Punjab?
No, I'm not.
Okay. That's dope.
Uh-oh.
though. You're still dope with us.
Okay, listen, you gave us warm
Shailene,
water.
we got to let you go now.
Yeah, get the fuck out of the seat. You give
Because
us
the
warm
co-host is
water.
here. The co-host is here now.
Give us warm water.
Co-host is here.
But anyway, so let me finish back what I was saying. Miss Lissa knows is here. She could get right into the mix of things. So anyway, I'm talking about this gun permit in Jersey, right? So DP, hear this out, right? So you have a gun. If someone comes in your house, they try to, you shoot them or whatever, their family could sue you.
Right.
To me, that's fucking ass backwards. But I want to tell you something even more crazy. You buy a Glock, right?
Okay.
Which I'm telling the internet, we bought a Glock.
You bought a Glock
Okay.
instead of a 6 Sawyer.
No, a Glock.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
9mm, 17 shots. Right.
Okay.
But check this out. 17 shots. Do you know in Jersey there's a law? They stop the magazine. If you're a gun shop, you have to alter it to 15 shots. Now I want you to tell me what the fuck is the difference between 15 shots and 17 shots?
2 bullets.
What? But is it over excessive? I don't understand. This is the world we live in?
Yeah, but I mean, you're looking for some logic to law.
And there is
I think
none.
that's a mistake.
Now,
I
is
mean, you got to keep in mind now, in the land that we live in, there was a time when it was law, literal law, for people to be owned by other people.
Okay.
And then when that law wasn't in effect anymore, there was the law that people could not own property. Certain people could not own a deed to property.
Oh, you gotta get that deed.
Okay.
All
Get
right.
on the mic. Get on the mic. Miss Liss is here.
So, I mean, and then there was laws that said that, even though you were not the property of someone, that you were still not allowed to vote, or you were not allowed to marry someone determined not of your race.
Okay. So,
These are laws. These are all laws.
but a lot of those laws have been what do you call them? Abolished.
yes,
that the word?
abolished,
Is that
stricken
the-
down.
is
That's a good word. That's a good word.
Is that the
That's a
premium
good word. That's
Petro
good.
word of the day?
I don't want to. We can't say the word of the day in the beginning of the show. We got the rest of the show
but
to go.
I'll be honest with you.
You don't think you're gonna get any better than
I was
abolished?
nervous spitting that one out.
All right, well, you got it out. You got it off. Look
Okay,
at you.
Abolish.
Look at you.
Abolish.
Look
All
at
right.
you.
But anyway, listen, laws are fucked the fuck up. That's all I'm saying. That's
You're
all
right.
I'm saying.
And you're right. And you're
How
right.
could I don't want to dive deep into this shit, pause. But keep in mind,
Thirsty pause. But go ahead.
a little bit thirsty. But keep in mind, you get a gun. If you're, I'm just speaking for Jersey. I'm sure internet. If you're around the world, tell us what kind of laws you got in your home, in your house. I know in Texas, you can shoot a motherfucker dead. Goodbye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See you later. You carry, right? You carry in Texas.
Well, I mean, listen. Texas got scorpions. Texas got other shit I'd be more scared of
Okay.
than somebody just running up on me, pulling up on me, and shooting. But again, I move different anyway.
Okay.
I move different than somebody that needs to worry about stuff like that.
What about you, Miss Wissa, as a woman?
I don't like guns.
Okay, so but but let me ask you something. You don't like guns, right? But think about it. If what I was telling,
Then why'd you shoot the sheriff?
yeah.
Huh? I didn't kill the deputy.
Well,
I
sure.
strangled the sheriff.
Well, maybe somebody
use
needs.
my bare hands
Don't
to
shoot
kill
Eric
people.
Clapton. Don't shoot Eric. But listen, if what I was saying was you could own a gun, and if you kill somebody that tries to rob your house, you're liable for certain things. You could get arrested. There was something in Florida I seen, even though there's a lot of fuckery in Florida,
Yeah, I mean, like to even mention some shit that happened.
You know
in Florida.
what? Fuck that shit. I can't even.
Florida
You're right
is
about
like
that.
there need to be a Florida ban on the rest of the United States.
You're right about that.
Like people from Florida cannot cross state line.
But
Cannot come into Georgia.
Let's
Cannot take the boat to Mississippi.
let's speak about something more important this week, which was a couple of days ago, the Super Bowl.
Yes.
The Patriots came back, upset the Atlanta Falcons, which was amazing.
Well,
Amazing
they
game.
didn't upset them. They
Well,
beat
they did
them.
upset
They
them
were
because-
favorite. They were favorite. The Patriots were favorite.
Well, Patriots were favorite, but
Okay.
that game was almost in the bag.
So the Patriots were favored. So there's not an upset. The upset would have been the Falcons
I'm saying
winning.
in the game, you're right. The game they were favorite, but I'm saying, stop being so fucking.
No, I mean, listen, you can't be 10 years from now when new listeners to Premium Pete listen to this. I don't want people to say, "Yo, Premium Pete don't know what the fuck he's talking about."
Sometimes I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Nah, fuck that. We gotta let him know, even when you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Listen,
that you know what the fuck you talking
All of a
about.
sudden you lost a fucking 100 pounds, and now you want to fucking act different, okay? The fuck, man. I wish you could go back to your fucking. Honestly, you know what? I seen a picture of you the other day that you had on the years ago when you had that blazer on. Remember you were with Trucker Snowflake?
Yeah.
In the with the bow tie, I think.
Okay.
Do you remember that picture?
I don't remember
with
the
the
picture.
navy blue blazer.
Okay.
Yo, you were a house.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
brick house? Like
No,
he was
no.
looking like 36, 24, 36?
I was looking like one of them houses that it was a regular house at one time, and then they came and put an extension on it.
He was a one family with a finished basement.
And then they came and they extended it with a garage on it, and then a carport, and then yeah.
Do you remember how much you weighed? I mean, because you were heavy.
I could tell you that at my heaviest, I was 375 pounds.
God damn. See what I mean? See? That was a house.
At my heaviest, I was 375. Right now, I'm 260. 260, you know.
No, but you look good. You look good. Your legs are skinny.
I'm feeling good. I'm
You know,
feeling
you're
good.
top
I'm doing
heavy.
better. I'm still gutula. I'm still extra gutula.
But did you have any good appetizers for the Super Bowl party?
We kept it real simple. I mean, Chocolate Snowflake made some very nice organic sausage.
Okay.
She did her baked wings.
Okay.
Thing that I like her to do, and I had some greens.
Okay.
Collards?
No, not collards.
Spinach, broccoli, kale.
Green though. They were
okay,
green.
okay,
They were
whatever
green.
it was. What about you, Mrs.? Did you go to Super Bowl party?
Smoky greens.
I spent some time with my dad
Okay.
and my uncle.
Did anybody watch the game?
They were, but I like exactly like I said, the nice outfit won. Didn't they?
Yeah,
New
the Patriots
England.
won. The Patriots
Other
won.
than that, I was not watching the game. Everybody else was.
Well, I found out a fact actually. About 36% of women during the regular season watch football. 36. Only 36% is
36%.
women.
And they
of
all
women.
trying to find
No,
find
but
a husband
the
or
Super
keep their
Bowl,
husband.
well, probably. But Super Bowl, I think it's like 49%.
Wow.
Yeah.
And those are bitches that's hoping that leftover football player is going to be in the room that they could hook up with.
Or trying to get a wing.
These women is lying.
Or trying to get a wing.
You're not watching.
You
watch.
Well, I'll be honest with you. It's good to be honest. I mean, and well, not honest. You hear me? It's good to be invited to
It's
a
not
fucking.
good to be. Look
Well,
at
it's good. It's good to be honest, but it's
you.
good to be invited to a Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
What you saying, Mrs. A Freudian slip?
Yeah, he didn't mean to say that.
No.
He didn't let it slip though. It's good to. I mean,
Well,
know what I
well,
mean?
honesty sometimes is the best policy, but if you want to talk about honesty, sometimes some things are better left unsaid. Hey, you ever been through a situation where you're like, yo, if I say, like I know people who marry, right? That if they told the exact story, and it could be something simple, not like no crazy shit, cheating or anything, but if they told the exact story, they would hear an amazing amount of fucking headache from it. So they kind of tell a tiny white lie. No, I wasn't there was no girls at the bar. It was just
why
us
is a
fellas.
white lie a good lie? The whites.
Well,
yes.
the white
well,
lie.
exactly.
well, I'll be honest with
Exactly.
you. I'm not going to go around here and say I'm telling
Exactly.
black lies. I mean, I don't know.
No,
Black lives
Black
matter.
lives matter.
Oh,
Black
That's true.
lives matter.
matter.
Lives matter,
Black
not
lies.
lies.
The lies too.
Even lies.
They
Even when a
lies.
black person lies, sometimes you can still believe that,
That
shit.
shit matters.
Well, do you believe a Jewish person when they lie?
Oh, when they telling the truth, I know it's a lie.
Now, what about a Chinese person?
You know what? When you say Chinese, I mean, is it
Asian.
mainland?
Asian.
Okay,
Asian.
because we gotta clarify now because there's so much going on with China.
Because the Japs got the yaps. They be going off with the lies.
You know what I mean? There's just so much going on. So, but I
But
mean,
you could really believe the ones with the slanted eyes.
No, I mean,
you look at people anyway. You gotta trust everybody on face value until they fuck you over, and then boom.
Yeah, I
and
guess
then that's good. That's the way you live life.
well, that's been something that's been concrete throughout the life, trusting
Yeah.
people on face value,
No
regardless
question.
of their
No
how they look or their skin color,
No question.
or even just their race or religion.
All of that.
But that doesn't always happen, and as we could see,
Well, I mean, that's that. You can't worry about that, Premium Pete.
Nah.
You can't worry about the Muslim ban. You can't worry about. I'm starting to worry about a domestic travel ban for us.
Really.
For us domestic U.S. people, like let's say I want to go to the Caribbean for like 2 weeks, just chill out, decompress. At the end of them 2 weeks, when I come back, they might be like, "Why were you going for 2 weeks?"
Or these countries might try to be petty and do it to us.
Say word.
Yeah.
Or when we get there, treat us like shit.
Yes. And I'm letting them know right now.
Yeah.
I'm good in these streets. You ain't gotta worry. I'm on the setup with y'all.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, listen. If worse come to worse, we throw hands down in Costa Rica.
I don't want to ever get locked up. No.
First of all,
abroad.
yeah. Thank you. You talking about throwing hands out of this country?
I got locked up in Cancun on spring break. You know how I got out?
How'd you do that?
Well, I'm gonna explain to you. So you know Senior Frogs?
Yes.
So I'm in there. I'm drinking these big ass fucking drinks. Okay. I'm messing with some girl. Like, isn't it funny when you go away and then you meet people from where you're from, but you never knew them or met them before? I was messing with this girl from Staten Island. We met this years ago, and I'm messing with this girl, and I'm drinking. I don't really drink. I got drunk. I took the bus in Cancun, Mexico. There's a bus. It's like
Yes,
5
indeed.
cents.
Yes, indeed.
So I got on the bus.
You end up going to the city outside of Cancun.
Yeah, so I made the guy, I pressed the guy who was driving to get up, and I drove the bus. And they locked me up. Like, I got him out of his seat. I made my man pull him out of his seat, and I started driving. I'm blowing the horn down the fucking thing. There was 3 guys in the back playing the guitar trying to get money from us. And everyone, it was kind of like it was the bad thing to do, but everyone in the bus was like, go, do it, and I'm driving now. Cops got me, but here's the thing. I want to tell you how I got out, right? There was no court. There was no judge. There was no fucking Pablo or fucking Lopez or nobody to see. Do you know what the fuck it was?
What?
$250.
In cash.
Yeah.
U.S. cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out. Goodbye.
Yeah.
$250.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it, when they were asked, because my friend came there and they asked, he didn't have a chart.
Yeah.
He didn't have a chart like this guy's $250. He was
Yeah.
like $250. He probably thinking like, yeah, you know what? I'll get some fucking
Please, he
new
already,
rims on my fucking Honda Civic.
He already sized y'all motherfuckers up anyway. He was like, yeah. Let me get this 250 right quick.
But we were wild, man. We were wild. Like spring break,
Yeah.
I love spring break. Like spring break, we were in Oasis.
You know why
in
you were
Cancun.
wild for spring break?
Why?
Because your ass didn't even go to college.
Well, that was the dopest thing. I was there, and then people were like, "What college you at?" And I just make up any type of college I wanted.
Exactly.
You know?
School of Hard Knocks.
You know what I realized back then when I went to spring break? Detroit had some crazy, like people like that. Like the girls were real cool, mellow, vibing. Detroit was turned to fuck up when I was going in spring break in Mexico.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you fuckhead. Detroit players. But you know what? Anyway, let's take a break. This is an early break, but let's take a break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna sit with the one and only Rod Strickland.
Hot Rod.
Rod Strickland.
Rocket Rod Strickland.
I mean, we'll find out how many other AKs there are.
Yes, indeed.
Internet,
New York City
listen-
legend. Let's go.
That's right. Internet, you listen to the Premium P Show. Dallas Penn is here. Miss Listen knows. CHEA. Be right back.
Yo. You know what it is. The Premium Pete Show with Miss Listen Knows. It's your boy SP the Ghost, LOXD Block. Yeah, you should be fucking logged in right about now because it's going down. You want to hear some ill journalism, dope interviews, hear what's popping, what's going on, shit like that? You tuned into the right motherfucking spot. The internet. Yeah!
CHEA. Internets, welcome back. And listen, it's a pleasure. We've been trying to make this happen for a minute. I want to definitely shout out Ed Woods. I definitely want to shout out, what is your boy's name? Manya? Manya? Yeah, Manya. I mean, she was a big help in making this happen.
Right.
And, Internets, listen, welcome Rod Strickland to the Premium P Show.
Man, thanks for having me. Appreciate being here.
Well, before we even start, me and Dallas were talking AKAs. How many AKAs are? Hot Rod, right?
Yeah.
What else?
Rocket Rod.
Rocket Rod.
Oh, man, I don't know. Twirl. It's a few
Why they
of
call
them.
you twirl?
I used to spin all the time back in the day. When I first started playing basketball, I spun every time I tried to do something fancy.
Ah.
So my guy just started calling me Twirl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Young Buckets.
Young Buckets? No.
I like that one. I never heard that one, but I like that one.
Well, right off the bat, I do want to start by saying this. You know, it's funny because before we're off air, Dallas was talking about, you came from the era where you would play ball and have to wash cars during the off season.
And sell cars.
Listen,
wow.
Rod Strickland has been around a minute, DP, but
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. Listen, when
No. I'll go back. I mean, finding out. Here's something I found out though. I didn't realize that you came from the northeast area of the Bronx. That you originally went to Truman High School.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, boom, Rod didn't grow up in Co-op, so he must have grew up in the Valley.
No. I'm from the South Bronx.
Okay.
So I'm from
Talk about it.
138th and 3rd Avenue.
Now
dig
where
it, the
the
hub.
clothes
The
at.
hub.
I went to a few schools. I started out at Rice High School
Okay.
in Manhattan. Then I went to Truman for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to take the train ride way uptown.
Oh, dig it.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
And then you finished your high school career at Oak Hill.
At Oak Hill Academy.
Okay. Once you go to Oak Hill, internets, once you are a student at
in
Oak
the Bronx.
Hill, no,
Oak Hill's
Maryland.
in the Mouth of Wilson, Virginia.
Virginia,
wow.
dig it.
Okay, yeah.
Way
Once you go
in
there,
the boonies.
Yeah, no. Once you go to Oak Hill, your next step is D1 college, D1A college, or maybe even mess around, just go right to the pros. But you're being fast tracked because you are a baller, you're a player.
Yeah, Oak Hill. Actually, I'm probably the first big name to go to Oak Hill.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm gonna take credit for Oak Hill.
Dig that.
So yeah, I was the first big time player to come out of there, and it was great. But Oak Hill is a whole different ball game. You're surrounded by a bunch of cows and a lot of land. Mouth of Wilson, Virginia says it all.
Yeah,
So it's not
all you
around.
can do is work. All you can do is work on your game.
You're not leaving that campus area.
Right. That little community, that little tiny community right there.
Yeah.
Well, even Dallas saying that, washing cars during the, he's going back to the 1940s in the NBA's.
He went way back.
Strickland didn't play that early.
He went
But here's
way
the
back.
thing. You came from DePaul. We'll bring it back, but you came from DePaul, and you came out in your junior year?
My junior year.
All right,
Yep.
drafted to the NBA by the New York Knicks.
Yep.
Right off the bat is something that I didn't even know. You as being from Bronx, you would think like you would love to be drafted by the Knicks. That's a dream.
Yeah.
But at that time, they had Mark Jackson.
Yep.
He was just rookie of the year, right? He was only a year older than you.
Yep.
And you hated that you were drafted by the Knicks. You didn't
Yeah.
understand why they were, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Break that down for us.
Absolutely. I didn't hate it, but coming out of college, at the time I was supposed to be somewhere between the top 7 and 15 picks. So I actually dropped. I went 19.
Was there a reason that happened?
They probably didn't like my attitude, but
Okay.
that's another story.
Okay.
But so being that you think you're going to be one of the top guys, you want to come in and play right away.
Sure.
So once the Knicks, I kind of dropped, and actually I didn't think the Knicks would pick me. Then at the last minute, Rick Pitino said, I'm going to take the best available, and they picked me. But, Mark Jackson had just been Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Played well.
Only a year older than you.
Only a year older than me. So that's all going in through my mind because
Sure.
I'm like, I'm not trying to play behind somebody,
Sure.
especially like all my career.
Yeah.
And back then, these days they would have played me and him together, and it would have been no problem. But back then it was like your point guard, your point guard.
Sure.
It was like your point guard, your shooting guard, your small forward. These days it doesn't really matter.
Sure. They didn't have the mindset to do
They
that.
didn't have the mindset. So I was just disappointed because I just thought I didn't think it was a great situation for me, and I wanted to play right away.
You didn't have anybody to get into your ear and be like, the Pitino system is kind of really your strength. That the Pitino system at that time, I feel like, because you could run, what I mean, you had shots, but you could run and really dictate an offense, fast moving.
No, absolutely. But it wasn't even about Rick Pitino or the system. It was that the only thing on my mind was they just had the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
He's the point guard.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
a
not,
point
they're,
guard.
they're not going to sit him.
So, yeah, how does that work?
Yeah.
But the system and Rick Pitino, everything was great for me. We had a great year. I think we won 50-something games. I think we took the Bulls, we took them to 6 games that year in the playoffs. So we had a really good year, and I had a fun time. It was great. My teammates, we actually just had a reunion the other day, Friday night. No, actually Saturday, with the Bomb Squad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was
How'd that go?
It was great. It was great to see those guys.
Who's the Bomb Squad? You, Rory Sparrow,
Oh man, he keeps putting me back. Roy
Yeah.
Sparrow's before me.
you Dave DeBuscher,
Yo, he's not that old, man.
Bill Bradley.
No, it was you're a funny guy. It was Me, Gerald Wilkins,
Gerald
Johnny
Wilkins.
Newman,
Yes.
Trent Tucker, and Mark Jackson.
Okay.
Okay.
Trent Tucker was old though.
Trent Tucker, yeah, he was old.
When he was young, he was old.
But you and Mark, your relationship was kind of like suspect at that time, right? Because it wasn't like he was gonna like put you under his wing. He was
Right.
only a year older than you.
Right.
He didn't have that.
Absolutely.
Right? So were you just bumping heads and shit?
No, me and Mark, really, honestly, we were really cool. Now, we had our moments.
Okay.
Just because we two alpha dogs. He think he's the man. I think I'm the man. We so young in age. We both from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So you had all those kind of things. You know, you got your friends, his friends. You know, they both at the game. And everybody's rooting for, their individual player. But, no, we were pretty good, man. It was all about basketball.
Yeah.
I wanted to play. He obviously wanted to play. And I don't think it was enough minutes for the both of us. But for the most part, we got along. He talked about it the other night. I tried to fight him in practice one day.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, just one of those days.
He got on your nerves.
Came in a little frustrated. And, yeah, I tried to fight him. But the good thing about Mark, he was smart. He kind of just kept doing him and
Oh, he didn't feed into you.
He didn't feed in.
That's how a fight does break down. When somebody says one thing, somebody says the other. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
if one person's saying less, that shit may diffuse.
Yeah,
De-escalation.
it's over with.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good word. How do you say it? De-escalation?
De-escalation. Rod, hopefully today you'll have a Premium Pete show word of the day.
Yeah.
We try to help Premium Pete with his
I'm
pronunciation.
a horrible pronouncer
Word.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yo, so you signed by the Knicks, right?
Yep.
Speaking of Dallas, I keep on going back to this fucking car wash. How much is even something like that? Your first round, 19 pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did your life change, right? Now all of a
Well,
sudden,
it was different back then.
Okay.
You see all the money now, but my first contract was a 3-year contract
Okay.
worth $1.1 million,
Okay.
cumulative.
Okay. Yeah.
Not a year.
Yeah.
So I was making, that's an average of 300 and something a year.
But
And you telling me you didn't have to do nothing in the off season?
Absolutely not.
300,000.
No.
300,000 was good.
first of all, this is what
Coming
this
out
is,
of college, that was great.
What do you-
300,000 nowadays, man. These kids right now buy a chain for
Yeah,
$300,000.
but 300,000 back then was pretty good.
300,000
Yeah.
now is still
Pretty
good.
good.
I mean, 300,000 now is good too.
What the fuck are you
Well,
talking
it's great, to be honest with you.
Can I have 300,000 right now?
We
Like, I
sound
want
crazy
it.
right now.
Everybody like, that's nothing.
So
That
so
is good.
so
I'm trying to
so
put together
you
300.
signed that contract, right? But then I heard that you wanted to be traded,
Yes,
and you did get traded.
I
To the
did.
Spurs, right?
Yeah. I basically
how did that
forced that
happen?
trade.
When did that happen? How did you? What did you do? You went into the.
I basically forced that trade. I just.
How does that happen for those that don't know?
Well, just being a malcontent and basically letting them know I wanted to leave. I didn't want to sit behind Mark Jackson. So it was either me or him. And obviously he was just rookie of the year,
Yeah.
great player. And, they probably looked at him as more of a leader, more of in control. I probably was looked at like the renegade.
Move them more loose.
You know what I mean? So they made that decision.
But did you, going back, did you ever think like, why the hell, like we spoke about it, but not fully, like why did they fucking draft you? then?
Yeah.
I still don't understand that.
I mean, I get it because a lot of times when you're in the draft and, guys drop, and you're sitting there, you may say to yourself, man, that's a talent.
Right. This
I don't
guy's
wanna
a
just-
gem.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Let's
just
scoop
give
him
him
up.
up. I could trade him. I
Yep.
could use
Yes.
him. I
Trade
could see
bait.
if this works.
Or
And I think-
the guy that's in front of him technically might break down.
Yeah, you
All kinds
never
of things
know.
could happen. But you were the best player on the board
Absolutely.
by far.
I would
By
think
far.
So,
So I mean, I just remember how many seasons was it with the Knicks? 2 seasons or
No, it was a
one
year
and
and
a
a
half?
half.
1.5.
Yeah,
I
year
just
and a
remember that good season then. That good season was
really good.
Was an incredible like the team was running, and at that time I still believed in Patino for a professional program. We've seen now that those type of offenses they don't.
Well, let me say this to you, because even in that bomb squad reunion, I found, I didn't really, when you're going through it, you're not thinking about it. But Rick Pitino kindly ushered in this 3-point shooting thing. So we were, that year with the bomb squad, we took the most 3-point shots. So he kind of changed the game a little bit. People forget that. No one was shooting threes like that. It was inside out.
It was right.
You know what I mean?
Everything
You
was
had
down to the
big
post.
man,
Down to
throw it in, get it out.
Everything was based on putting the ball in the post
Putting
with
the
the
ball
center
in, yes,
or power
yes,
forward. And then
yes.
if
And,
that got too crowded, then you
Yes, and you had the shooting efficiencies were higher. You know, when I was playing, a two-guard shot 52% from the field. You know, now a two-guard can shoot 40% and he's great.
Right.
So the game was different. Now it's come out to the three-point line and everybody's shooting three-point lines. But actually, Rick Pitino started that.
You got to give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
What do you think about what's going on with the Knicks now and that whole like Melo shit that seems open to you?
Yeah.
Even just having Phil Jackson there as a GM.
It's rough watching it. You know, I'm always going to be a New Yorker. I think it's rough for Carmelo.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
more sad. Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, people forget soon. And, you know, Carmelo's a great, great player. He's been great for a long time. We know what he is. He's more of a
Oak Hill
scorer.
alum.
Oak Hill alum. But he's more of a scorer than a facilitator. So you got to put the pieces around him. You got to understand who he is. And it's up to the team. The team paid him $100+ million. Well, they got to make it work. You know, you can't pay him that, say that he's great then, and then now things happen, and now I feel like they're throwing him to the wolves. You know what I mean?
Sure. No,
And I don't know if he deserves that. Now, I do believe they have to make a decision. I do believe at some point he has to go, probably sooner than later. Just because they got to move on.
Yeah, and that's
They gotta
going to
move
fester.
on.
That's
And
gonna-
he's old. And Carmelo also, I feel like his window for him being really viable. Not that he couldn't go to some other team and come off the bench if he wanted to. He's still a good player, but
Yeah,
you know.
but I mean, it's the it's age.
Sure.
You know, I mean, it happens to the greatest. MJ, you know,
Yeah.
just remember him at the Wizards. You can look at Carmelo. I was at the game the other night, and you can see he got old legs. He got dead legs. He can't finish around a basket like he used to.
how do you tell something like that?
Well, just watch him. I mean, you watch him from now on and see how many times he scores when he has the ball in the paint over big guys. He has a problem scoring.
So that's a factor due to what? Your legs are just
I think
getting old?
legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't-
legs, age, conditioning. I mean,
But it all
just,
starts with the legs. So whatever age, whatever, when the legs go, it's done. It's a wrap.
what about the back?
Well, we know that. Yeah, the back goes, you don't get to the legs.
So you're saying you played 17 years. First of all, congratulations on playing 17. That's a long
Appreciate
fucking
it.
time.
Appreciate that.
You know, did you know when you? I don't remember the day you retired or,
Right,
or why
right,
you retired.
right.
Did you retire because no team
I
signed you,
No,
or
I
because?
retired because I was a scrub by then.
Okay,
Like,
really?
Well, you don't know
Your
that.
legs gave out.
Yeah, you don't know that then because you always think as a competitor,
Yeah,
you
you're the
always
best.
think
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
the best.
yeah.
But, you know, as you reflect, you know, I look back and I know the years. And I actually remember kind of the time when, you know, I always had a step that I can get by somebody. I remember being on the court and somebody's guarding me and I'm like, wow, I can't get by him anymore. You know, I got to call for a ball screen now. So, you know, you can tell.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell.
When you're honest with yourself.
Yeah,
And
you can
not
tell.
only that, but I mean, just the way the league is transforming anyhow. I mean, you're going up against, 19, 20, 21-year-olds.
But that's forever. Like, it doesn't even matter the age. You know what I mean? It's going to be forever. Whether you come in at 17 years old or you come in at 21, you know, at some point in time, you go down and everybody else is coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
it's
just life.
going to happen, yeah.
That's just life and sports.
Do you feel LeBron's argument that the Cavs aren't putting enough people around him is valid?
If he says it is valid. Like,
Okay.
I believe when you have your time to be in control, be in control. You know, people hate that, and I think the league hates it, and management doesn't like it, and I guess fans don't really see it. And
The fans get guided by the media. Yes, indeed.
absolutely. So they feed into it, but I believe if you have that power, then you have to use it because you're not going to have it for long. And then when you don't have it, they'll throw you away.
Right.
So I believe if that's what LeBron wants, then I think he should try to do it.
You mean when you're in position?
When you're in position
Yeah.
of power,
Make
and you
shit-
can make
yeah.
decisions,
Yeah.
you can make things
You know.
happen, then you have to do it. That window is short.
Yeah. Now when you came from college, you were signed by the Knicks, right? What is that for people who don't know? You know, like us regular people who don't play ball, anybody listening, right? How special were you treated as a ball player? Meaning, like by the organization. You know, you like I went to a Sixers game. No, a Washington game, and like they had like the players inside the stadium, or they had the players' cars parked like in like it looked like a bank fucking safe. With all Lambos in there, like everything. Like you're treated. Obviously, you go from. I mean, college, you're a star. Girls, all over. Shit like that. That's just sports. But then when you go to an organization, I mean, you're treated like a star too. But it's so quickly.
Yeah.
Were you able, being from New York? I feel like sometimes we're able to like, maneuver into shit real quick because we got that bop and that's how we move.
Yeah.
Was that easy for you?
Yeah, that wasn't really a problem, and it, the years are different, the eras are different. Just like the money was lower. Well, we didn't get treated like they get treated now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Those guys are coming out. I don't know. They make $20 million on their first contracts. Like I said, I made $300,000. So, and I hate to say this because this goes back to you thinking I'm a dinosaur.
Dallas.
But we had projectors back then.
Okay, to watch film, to watch tape.
I was carrying a projector, the big case.
Okay,
projectors.
you were like Will Smith with one of them things.
Yeah, so
That was. Oh, you used to have the big brick cell phones then too.
yeah.
You had a car?
I think I didn't have one, but yeah, it was back then.
But wait, let's start on Dallas for a second.
Rod Strickland is older. He's not a dinosaur.
Let's start on Dallas
But
for a
he's
second.
older.
Washington or Portland? What was your biggest contract you signed? Because you signed for
It was in Washington.
what was that? Do you remember?
$40 million.
We'll see,
But I didn't get
you
all
see
of
that,
it.
Dallas? What happened? What do you mean you didn't get
Well,
all
it was the lockout,
Oh, okay.
so I got half for 1 year.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
But at one point in time, you were making $10 million per year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but your Portland years were incredible. Your Portland, like I vaguely remember your time in San Antonio. They hadn't. No, David Robinson would have been a rookie.
David Robinson was he? I think he was a rookie.
Well,
I think he was a rookie. His second year. That's so long ago. But
Right.
The Spurs weren't long.
No, the Spurs were really good then, though.
Spurs were good. Spurs were good. I'm trying to think. Who's on the Spurs team.
Oh, then
Yeah.
it was David Robinson, Sean Elliott, Willie Anderson, Terry Cummins.
Yes.
Who else? Yeah.
Yes, Willie was a great stopper. He was like, yeah.
scored.
Cummins could get those boards for
Cummins
y'all.
was tough.
Yeah,
Then you had
yeah.
David.
17 years.
Sean
17 years. And I'm sure you find this funny when you sit back and think about it. 9 teams.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Wait. Let's give it for the internet that may not know. You started with the New York Knicks.
mm-hmm.
Then you went to San Antonio. Played in Portland a couple of years. Played in the Wizards or Bullets before the Wizards a couple of years. Then you went to the Trailblazers again.
Yep.
And then you went to Miami Heat.
Yep.
Then the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yep.
Orlando Magic. God, what did you play for every
All
fucking
right, hold
team?
on. Let me explain that.
Okay.
No, you go first, and then I'll explain it. You
Okay,
finish.
let me finish it out. Toronto Raptors and Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
That's where you ended your career.
Yeah.
Good. Any
All right,
of
well,
those
let me
stick out? Go
explain
ahead.
that. I played 17 years, but I played 10 years with 2 teams.
That's good.
So
Portland,
and
and Washington. Yeah.
So my last 5 years, I played for 7 teams. And, it was just one of those situations. I was getting older, probably had a little rebellious reputation. So, I kind of bounced around the last 5 years.
What was it like for when you go to a new team? Is it kind of like the first day of school? Are they nice? Do they welcome you? Do they haze you?
Nah, no hazing. That was my hazing. The only hazing I got, and it really wasn't big hazing, was probably my first year with the Knicks. And, we had Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing, who else?
Well, what'd they do? What did they do?
No, it wasn't like nothing real extreme, but
They
you know
hide
Charles
your jock
Oakley.
strap?
I don't know him personally. I met Larry Johnson.
Well, when he says do something, you do it.
Okay.
So if
Charles always might say, "Pack my bag. We going on a trip."
Really?
if he say
He's
that,
like-
he didn't do that. But if he said that, I don't think too many people would have, had a problem with it.
He had that grit, man.
Yeah.
Yo, actually, speaking of that, and let's get right into hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
When you came into the Knicks, what was the locker room listening to? Because I mean, later on, obviously, you were mentioning in multiple hip hop songs.
Yeah.
But what were you listening to? What was the team listening to at that
Well,
time?
back then, it's Run DMC, it's LL. I guess Nas is back then. Then as the years go on, it's Biggie and Tupac and the man Jay-Z. Without a doubt. So, but it's a lot of De La Soul. I don't know. I'm probably missing Houdini.
Houdini.
Yeah. those
Classic.
guys. Yeah.
Classic. But even
Curtis Blow.
Curtis Blow. That might have even been a little before.
Yeah.
see,
That was before your time, Rod.
He trying to get you.
Yeah,
He trying to get you.
I was a young
You
buck.
ain't had no Earth, Wind, and Fire on in the
Young buck.
locker room.
Young buck.
did you wear a mink when you were in New York City as a
I
Knick?
never ever wore mink.
Okay.
I'm not.
You was never
the
flashy?
men with minks. I'm not. I don't.
That's fly.
No, I know, but I'm just something about the mink. I just never could get into.
You seem
the
like
mink.
more like a chinchilla kind of man anyway. You need something gray, Al.
No.
Rod
Rod is
I was
from the
definitely
Bronx.
understated.
Like Frank Lucas.
Rod is from the Bronx. That's working class folks, working class values. Rod is actually like army jacket type, like army jacket fatigues, hoodie.
I mean,
What? He has
Tim's.
a time. He about to go do some work right now.
dressed up.
Okay.
We dressed up,
Yeah.
but the mink thing I just never got into.
Okay.
What about like Allen Iverson and his like fashion and how he turned it up at the press conferences and stuff? That was like, did you agree? Did you like it, hate it? Like,
I mean, it's your style, it's your preference. I think AI he came in and took the NBA by storm.
right.
He did a lot of things, not just, on the basketball court, but I mean, off the court. He had people following his lead. And they actually made a dress code because of him.
He the reason they made the dress
they
code.
got tired of that.
I mean, he spent $5 million on white tees out of his contract.
yeah.
So let alone.
But I
he's,
mean,
he's a goat just for that.
But I always respect the one who ushers it in. You know what I mean? Not the follower.
But you actually are credited, as being, and I'm gonna have to pause this only because I'm from New York, but as one of the best ball handlers of all time.
Yeah.
They got Kyrie, who's actually your
My godson.
Your godson.
Yeah.
How did that even happen?
Well, me and his father went third grade. We've known each other since third grade. So we spent, when we were young, we spent every day together. Then, as we got older, we obviously, he's in college, I'm in college, I get in the league, but we're family.
Yeah.
That's family. Like, that's everyday family.
Did you see growing up, and watching him grow up, did you see that he could be what he is, Kyrie Irving?
No, because I was traveling and I was doing my thing, but I remember, and actually I didn't remember this, but Dedrick, his father, told me, he said, I saw Kyrie, we played in this gym, and Kyrie was real little, and he was handling the ball, and I said, he gonna make you some money one day. I didn't remember telling him that, but he told me that story not too long ago. But I didn't really get a chance to see Kyrie up until high school, but I remember when Kyrie was in the 9th grade, my older brother called me and said, Kyrie's a pro. Now, my older brother, he gives no credit to nobody.
Right.
Not even you?
He's a critic. To me, yeah, but not everybody. But he's a critic. And so once he said that, I was like, wow. Then I finally had a chance. I was coaching at the University of Kentucky, and he was playing.
He was with Duke then?
No. He was still in high school.
Oh, he's in high school.
Yeah, so he played at the LeBron James Skills Academy.
Okay.
And that's when I first saw him, and I was like, wow, yeah, he's a pro. And first seeing him, he just did things that the normal players didn't do. That finishing right hand, left
And
hand.
that spin like Godfather done saw him.
Yeah.
But
Little spin move.
It's funny, but I'm sure you heard that before, that they consider you one of the best ball handlers of all time.
We just like saying ball handlers.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I mean,
That's got to be your assist to turnover ratio.
well, that helps.
Yeah.
If you can handle the ball, absolutely.
Chris Paul is an amazing ball handler.
Chris Paul,
Kyrie Irving, obviously. Who
Kyrie's
else?
the best. Steph.
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams, Steph Curry. Steph Marbury. I mean, we can go on. and on and
Superhead,
on.
she handles some balls. Is there any advice that you gave to Kyrie as he was entering the
NBA?
league?
Well, it's funny when he got drafted. I sent him a text, and I mean, not to go into the whole text, but it was basically at the end of the day when you walk in there thinking long term. So at the end of the day, what do you want everybody to think of you?
Right.
When you leave the league, because that'll give you a little guidance of how you act and how you react.
Right.
And I told him every time you step out or whatever you're doing, you're always being evaluated.
Right.
Take that.
And I only told him that because I know what I've been through, and I know, I was kind of the rebel, and I didn't think like that.
Right.
I just wanted to play hoops. I didn't think all the other things, and so just because of my experiences, that's one thing I would tell any young kid when you step in there, just try to think of what you want people to think of you afterwards. When you walk out
Thinking of
that
your
door.
legacy and
Longevity.
in a long game thing. That is hard to kind of put in front of somebody who's 22 years old. And you're right. They just want to. You just want to step
ball.
on the pedal and go
I just
100
wanted
miles
the
an
ball.
hour.
Yeah, I didn't want to do. I wasn't into interviews. I wasn't into, they talk this branding stuff. I wasn't into none of that. I wasn't into TV unless I was on the court.
Right.
So I didn't really get the big picture. And, back then, I was a young kid, but I kind of had to guide myself. My brothers were 2-3 years older than me. My mother and father, they didn't see me play basketball till like my junior high school.
You grew up
maybe
with
eighth
mom.
grade.
You grew up with mom and pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we were kind of, I kind of had to figure it out on my own.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, today I always tell me and Kyrie's father talk a lot, and I always tell him, Kai got the best of it because his father was with me. So he experienced everything. You know what I mean? Because we friends. So he saw the good, the bad. He saw my bad decisions. He saw, what I had to do to become a pro and become a pretty good one. He saw all the
Groupie
the
love.
pitfalls, all of that. So, that's big time. That's big time.
You speak on your all the mistakes and all the positives he made and all the mistakes he made. That's his life.
That's
and I always
life.
think sports is life. Like I always relate sports to being life sometimes.
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that you had to change or
Sometimes,
alter?
but there's not a microscope on you or me fucking
Right.
up. There's a microscope on Rod, particularly, and I should say athletes now. Athlete now
Absolutely.
steps off the court, and he's still got a little eye trained on him, where if he steps in a certain club, if he,
True. But I will say this: sports are imperative, and I feel like not everyone plays sports anymore as they're growing up. They'd rather stay inside, or they're not really play. Like I grew up where we were outside all day. But keep in mind, like even my daughter, like I have a daughter. She's gonna be 17, but I tried to get her in sports for a minute. I got her into softball very little, didn't work. But the reason why I wanted to get her in is there's nothing like that team and meeting people and getting along and striving and learning to failure and learning to success. But let alone in that, forget about that for a second. Some of your failures, what did you have to change to make you into the person you are today? Because you seem more calm, cool, like.
Well, but I've always been like, this has always been my personality. I just think probably just a little rebellious, kind of prideful. I was one of them dudes. I couldn't talk to me any kind of way. Authority. I think the thing I would say, the thing I would say the most is that I probably wish I was more professional. And that's really just kind of knowing what's going on. Like I said, I came into the NBA and, I was pure, strictly basketball. Like I didn't get, I wasn't into like, I don't know, socializing with certain people or maybe management or like I was just basketball. And I was kind of quiet to myself guy.
Even after
unless
the
you
game?
really knew me.
Like going out and shit like
No,
that?
no.
Okay, he's like, I was definitely drinking.
I was more a quiet,
Okay.
a quiet guy, and probably not a trusting person. You know what I mean? Like all my friends now are the friends that I grew up with.
Oh, so you're still your friend?
Yeah, so I have a lot of NBA associates, a lot of dudes I have a lot of respect for. I talk to, but like every day calling and knowing where you at, what you doing. It's been my guys I grew up with. So I had a little trusting issue. And like I said, I think at the end of the day, I probably wish I'd have been more professional.
Well, hey, listen, hip-hop definitely love you, and we'll go back to that, In Wu-Tang's Triumph, Raekwon mentions you.
Yeah.
made him drunk like Rod Strickland.
Make him jump like Rod Strickland. Where were you when you heard that? And did you ever meet him or anything?
I don't even remember where I heard it or where I was at, rather. But I never really met him. That's what's funny. Like, it's funny, I think I saw him out one time, and I said, what's up to him? And I don't even know if he knew who I was.
Yeah, nah, he knew who you was. He knew who you was.
But I never really met him. But I knew people around that circle.
Yeah.
You
So
know
why
what
do
I
you
mean?
think they mention you?
I take it as love. You know?
Absolutely.
I mean, they saw me play, and they obviously, there was something,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Now, because
So-
Triumph, I mean, that song is man, I
hear
want to
that
run
all
through.
the time.
I want to run through the wall when I put on Triumph.
They
you know?
keep me relevant. I hear that all the time. Like that's, they come to me, make them jump like Rod Strickland. They don't even say my name. They say that phrase.
Yeah. So shouts to Raekwon for that.
Yeah,
I
for
wanted to
sure.
pull back when you were talking about coming up. I'm thinking of during this mid '80s, mid to late '80s era of Bronx, like hoops development, there was Riverside Church in Manhattan and Gauchos in the Bronx. Were you a Gaucho?
You know your ball, yeah. Yeah.
Dig that.
Those were the two. If
That
you was
was
playing
it.
AAU and if you was really somebody,
Right.
you were playing with those two teams.
So going through the Gauchos, I mean, going through that system, it's probably different now. I mean, I don't think the Gauchos are around now.
No, they are.
Oh,
They
they
are.
are?
Actually, I just saw a Gaucho downstairs, actually, when I was coming up.
Dig it. Dope.
But
dope.
no, the Gauchos are still around. They hit a little snag for a little bit, but they're back. And well, they've never been gone, but I think their profile is about to.
Is about to rise up again.
Yeah.
Good. Now, I bet they're probably more into developing these young players now, because I think there was also a different mindset back then too, where it was you were gonna go from high school to D1, where now some of these kids, they got to prep them for a pro game at 17,
That's a
18 years
great
old.
point. Like that's a great. I tell people that all the time because I tell them the difference is when I grew up, I didn't know what I was. Like I didn't know. Like when I was a young fella, I didn't say I'm gonna be a pro. I just looked up to them like, wow, I would love to do that. But I didn't have in my mind, yeah, I'm gonna be a pro. So when I was in junior high school, I'm like, dang, am I gonna be good enough for high school? Then when I was in high school and I started excelling, I still said, dang, am I gonna be good in
Good enough for college?
Yeah, like I still had anxiety. I never just was that comfortable where I felt like, I'm the man.
So what made you, now when you went to college, I'm sure you figured, am I good enough for the
Yeah.
NBA? What made you opt out a year early?
Well, my first year of college, I'll never forget, I think the first national TV game was against Georgetown. Now, back then, Georgetown was everything. And I remember playing real well against Georgetown. And I remember Al McGuire on TV saying, "A star is born." And that was the first time I said, wow,
I
maybe
got
can
something
do
here.
this. Yeah. So-
Was Pat still at Georgetown? That
No,
was his last
he
year.
wasn't.
Okay,
That
he
was- he had
graduated.
just-
he
yeah,
had graduated a year
he
before.
just-
Dig it.
yeah.
Yeah, I say you're young, man. You're young.
I'm trying to tell you that.
Okay.
You old.
You grew up. You young, but you grew up back then, though. You was growing up back then.
Yeah. But to the basketball question, what was you saying about basketball?
Well, I'm just saying to myself, wow, these young players get developed
Right.
very early now. Where in your time, I mean, the focus on development was like, all right, we're just going to get you to college. We're not going to prep you for a pro game.
Well, I think it was better back then because I think they prepped you like you had to take those steps. You know what I mean? Like I learned to dribble with my right hand, left hand from day one. I learned to lay up right hand, left hand. So when I got on the court, there was no limitations. You know what I mean? Some of these guys now, or young fellas, they're physically gifted, and coaches just ride them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they may not give them all the fundamentals. You know what I mean? Because they're so talented, and I'm obviously they teaching them something. But back then, I think we were more fundamentally sound. Like I know for a fact, I watch these kids now. I'm coaching, so I know when they walk into college, I see their deficiencies, and I know when I walked into college, I know how I was.
So
you
actually got
and that preparation from day one. I had from Mitchell Projects, Mitchell Bullets. A man named Dave McCollins came in the gym and probably basically changed my life because he was that coach. That he taught us how to play all the fundamentals. He taught us how to be a team. He taught us how to look out for everybody. One
Like a
fight,
father figure?
everybody
Was he
fight.
like a father figure?
I hate to use that word
Yeah.
because I got a father.
Yeah.
So
No, but sometimes-
No, I know what you're
yeah.
saying, but I just
Mentor.
but-
Sometimes we
great
have a
mentor.
father.
mentor.
Great
Mentor.
But like sometimes we have a father, but our father ain't always there.
Right, no,
like,
no,
like,
no.
like, I'll be honest with you. I love my father. My father is the greatest, man. Great guy. But he wasn't that type of dude to
Yeah.
go out and play catch with me.
Well,
Because he was
my
working
father-
for a job.
And
I
that's
know.
what
He had
I
to
was
catch
saying.
your
My
ass in the
father
street.
wasn't like that either, but that's my pops, and I know. So
Right.
I respect it.
Mentors are valuable. So I mean, now picking up on that, you get to see players now come to your program, and it's almost like you got to give them remedial basketball in some instances.
Well,
You say remedial?
Well, no, but
You remember that
you're-
class?
But you're right. Like, I think you always got to start with the fundamentals, and I think if you haven't been under that for years, then you have to start from that. Sometimes, the kids or the older guys, they look at that kind of funny. But I remember I was at the height of my career, and I used to be out in the street with a guy named Mr. Page, and I used to be, and I'm probably 25 years old at the height of my career. and I'm in the street with little kids doing dribbling drills around his neighborhood. Now I'm a pro. You know what I mean? So I believe in that.
Yeah.
Like I believe in the fundamentals. Like I believe I don't care. Like you talk about Kyrie, you talk about Steph. I can guarantee you they all started with, I know for sure, Kyrie, they all started with the fundamentals. Then you put all the extra sauce and the special stuff in it. But that's why they can get to the extra sauce and the special, because they have that great foundation.
Right.
That's kind of being lost overall
Yes.
in this generation from sports, music, anything. Like the same way you had to perfect your dribble, like artists back in the day had to perfect their craft and their flow and sonnets and learning about counting bars. These new generation, they don't care about none of that.
Kind of skipping the process.
Yeah, they
a
just
little
have all these learning curves,
Yeah.
and I just feel like even though they have that, they should still tap into the fundamentals.
Absolutely. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking
I'ma
the
knock
new
y'all.
school
I'ma
or
do it
anything.
for him.
Nah.
Knock,
Nah,
knock,
but
knock.
But I
when
do
you
it.
when you cut corners, you find yourself sometimes like, don't get me wrong, people want to work smarter, not harder in anything you do in life. But when you cut corners, like I'll be honest with you, I took a lot of shortcuts in my life,
Right.
and that shit halted a lot of my life. I didn't know that till later on, but I should have just waited in line, instead
But
of.
it creates that little humbleness. You start from the beginning. It's
Right.
like rite of passage. It's like,
This nigga has no humility. He's still fucking up.
but no, it's but it's like a rite of passage. It's like growing up. I had to go out in the park, and I had to win over the older guys.
Right.
Like I couldn't just step on the court. I had to do something special to stay on the court, and then I had to win.
Yeah.
So you couldn't be the young dude,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
on the court,
Talking all that
don't
shit.
do
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah, yeah.
shoot every
Yeah,
shot, and
yeah.
you lose.
Yeah.
So I had to make sure I got guys the basketball and then win.
Yeah, but the good thing about back in the day was once you prove that, then it's like you were
good.
cemented in.
Good.
A Complex did a you familiar with Complex magazine?
Yes.
Complex, they did a list a couple of years back that I thought was pretty dope. They did 25 retired NBA players who deserve signature sneakers. They never got one. And when they came to you, they said, his style of play and ruthless mentality on and off the floor made him a fan favorite for almost every city he played in. How many players would refuse to play in an All-Star game if picked because they were pissed they got snubbed before? Like Chuck, he wasn't a role model, but he could have pushed kicks.
Yeah.
Now-
Well, I've never seen that. That's great.
Okay.
You got a frame now.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, I
What
need to.
Hello.
what All-Star game did you?
I'm about to explain that.
Okay,
but
explain that first.
That was one of those things where I had a few years where I should have been on All-Star, I thought. So, okay, let's think about this. One year, I think it's 1997. Yeah, I know it's 1997, but I averaged 18 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds.
Not too shabby.
I led the league in assists.
Okay.
I made all
Talking about
NBA second team. Didn't make the All-Star team. So, I mean, that says something. You know what I mean?
Did you ever ask
who was first list?
I don't remember. I mean, I know MJ was, but
No. But I mean, at the point spot,
probably Penny Hardaway could have been or whatever. I don't know. But
or
my
Stockton
point
or something.
is,
You was. I mean,
Stockton,
led the league in assists. Like I feel like every
Did
year
that alone,
Stockton
yeah.
played, he probably led the league in assists. So for
right.
you to,
right, to squeeze in.
yeah, in the Western Conference.
So that was a thing, and I was a little pissed that I didn't make it. So some reporter came up to me, you in the heat of the moment, and I told him, I wouldn't play if they voted for me, but that's a lie. I'd have played right away. Like I
So
just
you
was
never
talking.
so you never got into an All-Star game?
No.
What do you think that was that held you back?
Well,
Politics?
Politics, of course, but it was more of, like I told you earlier, I wish I'd have been more professional. Because if you didn't get voted in, then the coaches got to vote you in.
Yeah.
So because I had a little reputation,
It's
and I
because
had a
you a
little way
cancer.
about
You
me.
sensitive. You're not playing.
Like,
You
how
petty.
How you know I'm a
Yeah.
cancer?
You know he's a
Come
cancer?
on, yeah. He
She
gonna
did her
come back.
research.
He gonna come back for you.
Yo, are you on any
story.
social media? Are you on social media?
I just got on social
What,
media.
Twitter, Instagram? What is it?
I
Tell
got
the
on
internet.
Twitter like, I think a month ago.
What is that? What's your name on there?
It's Rod_Strickland.
And what about Instagram? You mess with that yet?
I'm like a newbie.
Okay,
I'm,
okay.
I'm the old school dude that said I'll never
so
get on
nice.
it.
Yeah, now here you are.
Now here.
Welcome,
I am.
Okay.
welcome.
I was that dude too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was.
You
that
lying.
Yeah.
Dude.
So-
I was. I fronted on Instagram for years.
Oh.
So now let's
now
go.
I'm crazy with it.
Now let's go back to so you wore Nikes and you were a Nike athlete. But
Yes.
back then, what does that even mean? What does a Nike athlete mean? That they just gave you free sneakers? Did they give you money?
Back then, the beginning part of Nike, I think I just got sneakers. But then as the years went on, I got a paycheck.
Okay, what, just to wear them?
Yeah.
So that's okay. But why do you think that this day and age? I mean, and even them writing that Wiz Complex, you would have made a great signature shoe probably.
Well, again, it goes back to the professionalism. It goes back to what they thought of me, and I had some run-ins and some bumps and all that. So I think that affected all that. And it goes back to me not really understanding what I really wanted, because all I wanted to do was be on the court. So I didn't really care what you thought of me. You know what I mean? Like I had that rebellious kind of way, and I'm not trying to like glorify that, but I just.
That's how you were.
Yeah, I just I was kind of the guy that I always wanted to be the normal dude.
Yeah.
So I didn't kind of outgrow everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of stayed. And
I think too, just playing in the moment doesn't mean that you're going to think, oh, you know what, I'm not going to be playing one day. Or there's going to be 20 years of me not playing. What do I want people who didn't get to watch me think about me?
And that's yes, exactly.
Right,
and,
right. Now the good thing is that you were good enough, you played good enough, you took enough time with your craft that now we can talk about you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Let's take a break, and then we'll come back. We'll finish up with Rod Strickland. Hot Rod is in the building. Miss
Rocket
Lissa
Rod.
knows. Dallas
not
Penn.
that old.
You listen to the Premium
Bronx
P Show.
Buckets.
You're not old at all.
Gaucho Rod.
Help me out.
We'll be right back. We're one
Dinosaur Rod.
We're one assist away.
Nah,
from
don't call
being
him
right- Don't call him
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur Rod. What's the matter with you? We'll be right back. Internets, cheer. Internets, you already know this episode is brought to you by the good folks at Bevel. We appreciate them, and we know you appreciate them too. And I'm almost positive this ain't the first time you're hearing their ad, because you know why? They're putting out official product. And if you have a beard, or you have a goatee, a mustache, or even a lady looking to shave her underarms, or
If your box out here looking like Heathcliff,
head over to getbevel.com/Pete. Find out what discounts they got for you. Trust me, they got you covered. Women, men, anybody. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Getbevel.com/Pete. Now let's get back to the show.
ow.
Cheer. Internets, and we're back. Yo, Rod, you never smoked any weed back then? I don't know. You know,
Damn,
you still
I
don't
had
do
bought
no
a
drugs?
roll up for you too.
What about drinking, right?
Drink.
Okay. Any of that?
No.
Okay.
Don't
Can
do
you
that
go-
to this black man.
How dare you?
How dare you? You
No,
trying to
hey,
make
listen.
America late again.
Honestly, NBA player back then.
He played 17 years, Premium Pete.
Well, he definitely.
17 years.
Yeah.
I don't even think he really drunk.
Yeah.
He might have just smelled something.
What the fuck is drunk?
Like,
Drank, you mean, right?
yes.
You heard what he said? They're
See, I
drunk.
fixed him. I fixed him.
That's black people now. We drunk. When we show up on the scene,
It's what happens when the bottle is empty.
right?
It was drunk.
It's a
Now-
verb.
Now, over the years, what I like to hear from you, over the years, you made some good money. But did you ever like spend that carelessly, like on like what growing up, like you grew up in the Bronx, right? So you didn't have like when we grew up, I consider to myself, nobody like.
Did you put fur on your car wheels?
No.
Did you put
I did have big rims.
Okay.
Did you put leather on something that leather don't belong on?
No.
Did you ever
like
have
a coffee
cornrows?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
No.
I could see that. I just let
But
let
why?
the braids.
But
what
why are
you
you
got?
saying absolutely not?
I just was. I mean, I had cornrows probably when I was 12,
So
13
yes.
years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I guess.
Yeah, you got a little goonie.
No,
mother-
no.
I can
He's-
see because he got that
Rod-
good Native American.
That's what I'm saying. Rod
Yeah.
come from the time when Rod's waves used to be spinning.
Yeah.
What about
can
you?
tell.
Did you wear a do-rag at practice? Was that
Never
one?
wore a
Dax.
do-rag.
Never wore do-rag.
No.
Never wore do-rag.
Never wore
What about
a
brush?
do-rag.
Never. You got your waves to spin without a do-rag.
Naturally, not.
360?
No, I never wore a do-rag.
All right.
Did you ever have any rivals?
What do you mean? Like on the court?
No, I mean off the court, like anybody that, because I know on the court, everyone's your rival that's not on your team. I mean, like off the court, like anybody that kind of like side-eyed you or like made you feel like you may have to square up in the locker.
I'm sure that's happened plenty of times, and no one in particular, but that goes with the
Yeah.
territory. You can't play 17 years and not have some of that.
Sure, you got
Right.
that
When
right.
your number one rivals was John Stockton, we mentioned him.
And
Jordan, and you played against Jordan a lot too.
Yes.
sure.
Gary Payton, but I'm talking about
The
people
glove.
he went up against head to head.
Right.
Pause.
Good pause.
Okay.
You gotta go head to head.
Gary Payton, John Stockton. Which either of those? Because you see those guys being in the Western Conference a lot. You're seeing those guys a lot. Who did you dread more?
Well, I mean,
or look forward to more?
yeah, because I don't know if I dreaded anyone, but the toughest one, I mean, you had GP, obviously you had Stockton, but don't forget about Kevin Johnson.
Kevin
Phoenix,
Johnson
right?
Yeah, 'cause
sick with it.
he was a
His
problem.
handle was dumb.
He was a problem. So all three of those guys, but you can keep going. I can go to the Eastern Conference and go with Tim Hardaway, Nick Van Exel. I mean, every time you step on the court, especially as a point guard, you in for a night. You got to be ready. You got to be ready.
So continues to tell us some of your craziest spending sprees.
No, I mean,
He's modest.
I mean,
I know you definitely
had
bought something good.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, I can look back at plenty things and say that was stupid, that was dumb.
you was out here tricking?
No. She's a trip. But
Well, I haven't said that before you even go into that. How many kids you got?
4,
Four.
How many baby mamas?
1.
Oh, praise Lord.
Rod,
Look at you just knocking down barriers.
So go ahead. So you said about.
So
what about buying your first home? Do you remember that? Like, was that an amazing feeling?
Yeah, well, the amazing feeling was buying my mother's
Okay.
first.
How'd that happen?
My
Did you
mother
surprise
and
her?
father, rather.
Did you surprise her?
Wasn't a surprise. It was basically,
She was like, "You better
She
get me a
picking
house.
that
I seen
out.
your bank
Nah.
account."
Where the hell is my house at? You hanging out with Michael with the
Yeah.
big hoop earring?
Yeah.
No, my mother.
I
and
want my
father,
house.
They wasn't like that. They
Where'd you
didn't-
move
they
them
didn't
to?
ask
A
for much.
nice area.
Out in Jersey.
Okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alpine.
Hey,
You ain't have none of your cousins or your old homeboys trying to pull up and ask you for things and trying to empty hammer your bank account?
Well, I mean, that's you get that, but I mean, that's all part of it.
But you
That's
said you've been
growing
friends with
up.
the same guy, so how did you know who to keep, who to get rid of, and like who to take care of, who's good? Like,
But it wasn't about keeping and getting rid of her. Cause
it's about keeping and getting rid of.
No. But the guys who I grew up with, they keepers. You know what I mean? Like, those are my guys.
and I think you lived a life where you could see, it's in front of you.
Well,
You-
it
you
gets
could
a
see-
little
yeah.
distorted because
Yeah.
you meet people and you think they might be friends or,
Yeah,
you
or they might
bring
be have
them
your
in,
best interest.
And
yeah.
those are the ones who
Yeah.
wind up messing up, taking advantage, and all that. But your core, like my guys who I grew up with, they're keepers. There's no getting rid of any of them.
I just lost a friend of, how old is that hoe? Carry the one. 20 years.
Over what? Over what?
She had to go
Over what?
over nonsense, but I'm petty, so it's just over.
It's petty tendergrass, but it's
Yeah,
usually always over
it's over.
nonsense. Not only just
It is.
yourself. It's just always over nonsense. We can't skip. You said Jordan, and I know you heard this before. And I'm sure people asked you, but I would love for you to tell us a story, maybe that many people you haven't told before, about Jordan in your time, like playing him or.
Yeah, it's no story.
Talking
Remember
shit
that
to
time he
you?
brought the white girls over?
No,
No, not that.
In the yard.
There's
Jordan
no-
would talk some shit.
No?
Yeah,
Jordan
but there's
Thompson.
no stories, but like, cause you all saw it. You know what I mean? I remember we played them in the playoffs. Played them pretty good when I was with the Washington Bullets. We had C. Webb and Juwan Howard and Calvert Chaney and all those guys. But he gave us 50 one night.
Yeah.
Gave it to us real easy. And actually, one of the players cried after the game. Kind of had to console him. But the MJ stories are out there. All you got to do is look at the footage. You know what I mean? It's no real, secret story.
Right.
But when you were playing MJ, I mean, you knew that this guy was next level.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Knew that right away. Well, I mean, I saw him in college, so before I even stepped in the league, I knew he was, that dude, and like everyone else.
Let's go back to college. You played with a brother named Dallas Comegys. One of my coworkers, to this day, if he sees me, he has to call me Comegys.
Well, why?
So you
What the
look
hell's
like him?
Comegys?
Because the gentleman's name was Dallas. Dallas Comegys and Rod Strickland played together on DePaul.
Okay, DePaul in the college.
I'm trying to think of what other duo.
That's a last name.
His last name was Comegys, but again, their tandem at DePaul was nothing to fuck with. Nothing short of pretty fantastic.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
So why they
cool.
call you Dallas?
Well,
That's his
my
real
first
name.
name's Dallas.
First
I
name's
mean,
Dallas.
comedy. I'm sorry.
My man calls me Comegys just
Just to go
just-
along with the
Is he
Dallas.
white?
Yeah.
Is he the white person?
No, he's a black dude. He's a
Oh,
black
trying to
dude.
rename somebody.
Come on, only a black dude will remember Dallas Comegys.
White
know?
people always trying to rename.
Philadelphia.
Oh, he's from Philly.
He's from Philly, yeah.
He's from Philly. Wow. Dig that. Let me ask you, where is DePaul? Is DePaul in Ohio? Or is that?
It's in Chicago.
It's in Chicago.
Got a free ride to that, right?
Yeah.
Dig
Full
that.
scholarship.
Full scholarship.
How did that even happen? Like, does that came in the mail or
No, it's just like now. You just get recruited, You know, colleges are watching.
No, the
you.
reason why I say that for is like, you know, I mean, I've never been in a situation.
He was going to Oak Hill Academy.
No, but people get like their letter like in
No,
the,
they pull up to your house with 2 white girls, a car. No, I saw it on Loving. No, I saw it in the movie. That's how they
Jesus
get you.
Shuttlesworth.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
He got game.
The God get you.
Go ahead. So what were you gonna say?
But you do get letters.
Yeah.
You know, I got letters from most schools.
Yeah.
But I was a DePaul fan.
Okay.
Like, they almost didn't have to really recruit me because I saw DePaul on TV. See, back then we didn't have all these television stations.
Right.
So you didn't have ESPN and all this. So at DePaul back then, they played on CBS and NBC. So they would get like 2-3 games on one, 4 games on the other. So it would be 7 games on national TV. Everybody wasn't on TV. And then there was a station called WGN.
Out of Chicago,
which was nationwide.
Dig it.
So
They was nationwide even before cable. Really,
WGN was in every city.
Yeah, dig it.
So I basically was on TV every night, and my whole thing was I wanted to be on TV. I wanted people to see me.
Yeah.
You know, just playing competitive, not like
Right.
I want to be seen, but as a basketball player,
Right.
I wanted.
But DePaul was the ticket to getting that exposure.
DePaul was a top 10 program back then.
And you were in high school and the scouts. You knew the scouts were there.
Yeah.
You know, were you ever
And
nervous?
then you go to
or
the
shit?
camps. No,
Yeah.
no.
Like who would
You
tell
probably
you?
would be more nervous who you playing against than the scouts.
Okay. Who would tell you that the scouts were there? Or you just knew.
You would know, like, after a while, because they'll talk to your high school coach. He'll tell you, oh, such and such will be here, or they may be at practice. You know, so we didn't have all this media. We had a magazine called Street and Smith.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's how we got our information. We didn't know these guys.
Yeah.
Like, they were all across the country,
Yeah.
in
Well, a lot
LA
of
or
them were
whatever.
yeah.
We didn't know them.
A lot of these scouts too, and those type of schools, they come in type of low profile.
No, but I'm saying we didn't know the players.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now everyone knows each other. Everybody's, handshakes and how you doing. But when we played against somebody from out of state, it was personal.
Right.
Because it's like they think you better than me. No, I'm better than
Yeah,
you.
let me show you.
So it wasn't like we had this all
Facebook
friendship.
friends,
we
yeah.
didn't-
But
Liking
that's my
pictures before you
point.
got there.
There's a whole system now, a whole mechanism now that's funneling these great players because, like for instance, this Jordan Brand Classic. Now they have a game. They have an international game. So they don't just have a game with the kids from the best 50 states, but then they have a game that's pooling the best kids from Puerto Rico, Mexico, Canada, Alaska.
Yeah, it's big time.
And I mean, Canadian kids now are coming out.
It's global.
Right.
Basketball is
Right.
global now.
Right.
We, it
Like
wasn't-
soccer now. So.
Yeah, to have a foreign player back then was rare.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the game and everything has changed.
But it's helped. It helped to evolve. You look at
helped.
people like
That's why
Yao
they
Ming,
make all that money.
Jeremy Lin. You look at,
Jeremy Lin's from America, dude.
Yeah, but you don't think in China they're going crazy for him when he was going nuts?
they're
What are you
going
talking about?
crazy.
They're going nuts. They couldn't keep roast pork fried rice or chicken fried rice on the fucking table at that time. Shouts to all of my Chinese families. Or Asian.
They coming for you.
No. Listen.
He think that all we have is a chicken wing?
No, but you know what? Another thing, too. A lot of people, and I'm sure you heard this over the years, would say Rod Strickland was underrated. Mm-hmm. You got to tell me this ain't the first time someone has told you that.
No, absolutely.
What was always your thoughts about people who thought that?
I mean, I take that as a compliment, only because I couldn't get all that credit probably from, like just the All-Star thing.
I think many people didn't appreciate you till you stopped playing.
Yeah, well, no. If you ask any player, I think they'll tell you what it is. And a lot of times when I'm out and people, I always get a lot of love. So I don't. The underrated part, I mean, I kind of get it, but I don't. I feel a lot of love from people. People remember me.
Of course.
So I don't. The underrated part to me is. It goes more to like the All-Star games. It goes more to the basketball and maybe where they look at me, ranking wise or stuff like that. But as a basketball player, I think those who know basketball, they remember and they know.
Yo, you got to tell me if this is bullshit. I was doing some research and I seen that they said that before the game you used to eat like hot dogs and then try to throw up. Tell us what the fuck is that about?
Yeah, funny.
Tell us about that.
No, I would just go to probably my diet, and it probably goes back to when I tell you the professionalism.
Yeah.
So I just went to hoop. So I didn't really think eating a hot dog or eating pizza or eating popcorn was a problem.
5 minutes before game time?
I go on the court and I do what I do. You know what I mean? So I didn't look at it like that. You know, now
Like it
looking
didn't
back
hinder
at it,
you.
yeah. Now looking back at it, you know, it sounds a little.
Look back at it. Look
So you
back at it.
used to vomit? They were saying like.
Well, no, that had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
That was nerves.
Okay.
So I used to throw up before every game. I was like the Willie Beeman
Yeah.
guy. But I played.
any given Sunday.
Yeah, I played with Juwan Howard in Washington, in Houston, and Orlando. So we would be there. We would be in the locker room before the game, coaches talking, and I would excuse myself, and they'd hear me throwing up. So by the second or the third team, Juwan used to tell them, don't worry about him. He's all right. Just leave him alone. But it was nerves. It was nerves.
It was you getting yourself ready to
Yeah,
getting rid of that
It was
excess.
weird, though. Like, I did it in college, too. It was weird.
Yeah.
But it was like, I would feel, you know. the
Do you do that
adrenaline.
now when your team is getting ready to have a big
No,
game?
but this is the thing. At the end of my career, when I wasn't playing much, I didn't do it. You know what I mean? But when I was that dude and I was
Sure.
playing minutes,
Yeah.
I did it. But at the end, I didn't.
And performing out there.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that really comes to mind is, you know, now that you moved over to being an assistant coach in college, and you basically never left the game of basketball.
Yeah.
You know, but then when I look at stuff, I look at one Hall of Fame speech really sticks out to me is Dennis Rodman, and he says if there's anything that I could ever regret is not being there enough for my kids. And you know, life of a basketball player, they're always on the road, man. You know, and you know, you may miss first day of school, you may miss a pageant, you may, you know, how is your connection with your kids?
Yeah,
man?
no, absolutely. That happens. But I have a great relationship with my kids. You know, my two boys are playing.
I heard what your son is nasty. I heard.
He
I heard you got something on deck, man. You know,
He's
we want me to
pretty
tell you what you told Kyrie. That you can make a lot of money with this kid.
No, my connection
hold
is good. You know, my oldest daughter, who's like 21, she probably got most of me traveling everywhere. But, you know, luckily, you know, when I retired, you know, I was able to kind of settle in. I have a great relationship with him.
And that means a lot, you know.
It means a lot.
Yeah, you know, just being there. But what about your son? You know, tell us a little bit about that. I know that he's was he in high school?
Yeah, he's in high school. He's a
They're
junior.
talking about him a lot.
No, he can play. He's pretty good. He's still got a ways to go. I always tell him. You know, I'm not into the hype machine, but I think he's good. I think he's growing. I think he'll get better. You know, I've watched him grow and mature. You know, each year he's gotten better and better. But you know, I'm the old school dude. I think, you know, it's steps.
Fundamentals.
When you bring them fundamentals to him, do we be like,
Oh, they don't want to listen.
He be
to
on
me.
Instagram like,
Tuning
what you
out.
talking about, Pops?
Nah, they don't want to listen.
They got
to
this
me.
filter.
Nah, they don't
I'ma
want
be
to
alright.
listen to me at all. Like we battle in the gym.
Yeah.
Like, but I always have other people around me that I make sure they get to them a little bit, because sometimes they need to hear from other people.
Like
Pops.
their peers, like younger.
No. People my age, older
Okay.
guys. Just
Just not
Well,
you.
you talk to them.
Just,
you know what I mean?
just other than your
you give
parent.
him buckets when y'all in the gym?
No.
No?
Nah.
I mean, you put it on.
No, I'm gonna say this. The last time we played, he beat me, and he hadn't beat me. And I always told him you wouldn't beat me till I'm like 60. But the last time we played, he beat me.
So he's ahead of game. He's ahead.
What do you
He
think
beat a
is the biggest
50-year-old.
difficulty that you face now in the aftermath? Like being a coach, like what is the biggest difficulties that you face?
What do you mean? Say that again.
Now that you're on the other side of the playing field, being a coach, what is the biggest difficulty that you face?
As a coach?
Yeah.
Probably just getting through to the players and getting them to understand every day what it takes to do what you're really trying to do. If you're really trying to do that, you know, it's like me. You know, well, no, it's different, because I think some kids are like, what's the word?
Stubborn?
Receptive.
Close-minded.
No, but they're, I don't know.
Stupid.
No.
Their whole perception is different. You know, it's like
You have a sense of entitlement?
No, not that. But just understanding how hard you have to work and the daily routine. And like, this is not a game. And it's, you know, a lot of times they see pros and they see what they do and they see them do it so easy and they want to do it like them. And it goes back to the fundamentals and it's those steps you got to take. Sometimes they want to pass them steps.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you tell them something, but they see it in a pro. You know, I might tell them, this technique, you got to do it this way. But they see a pro who's been doing it forever, one of the best, doing it differently. So now they're like, well, I know you was a pro, but I saw this last night. So it's just getting them to understand what it takes.
Like wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off.
What made you even get into college coaching? Because basically the game never stopped for you.
Yeah, to me, that's the next steps. You know, I can't play. I would love to play. I miss playing to this day. So if you can't play, you got to kind of live through the next one.
And you went to Kentucky, right, first?
I was at Memphis.
Memphis.
I was at University of Memphis.
With Calipari, who is Rick Pitino acolyte, if you could call him.
Don't say
Tyler
that.
Perry ain't no
Don't say
Israelite.
No, Calipari, not Tyler Perry.
I'm not
Guns.
feeding into
He
that.
Baptist.
Guns firing right now. Guns. Oh, they not cool now. They not cool now. But first of all,
I'm not feeding into that.
first of all, let me tell you something. Internet's Calipari was like, yo, Rick, what kind of hair gel are you using?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Okay.
First of all, Calipari has better hair than Rick Pitino.
Yeah, but he found out what gel Pitino was
You
using.
looking at hair?
first.
Yaspi.
No.
He was like,
He got the
Rick,
bundles.
where you getting them suits done?
Yo, University of So you were at University of Memphis, and then you moved over. You went to Kentucky, right? And then now you're at South Florida, right? Assistant head coach, right?
Assistant
Coach. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you're getting along with the teams and players, and they love you.
Yeah,
These young.
no.
I heard you say before that they always look for stuff to make fun of you, like somebody like.
Yeah, well, he was talking to old stuff.
Yeah.
So, young kids always have a tendency to, talk
That's the
about
only thing
old
they can
guy.
do. That's the only thing they can throw
But
in.
no,
yeah, I'm sure they respect you, but they got to make
absolutely.
fun.
No, they
got to
absolutely.
play around.
But I kind of, I got the wear and tear of 17 years, so I kind of got a little retired walk.
Yeah.
so at times they kind of hum the Sanford and Son song.
Oh, okay.
The dun, 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 so.
Hey, listen,
But it's all
basketball keeps
good.
you alive. Another thing too that I've seen, and hey, it could be wrong, but doing research, that you still got a decent amount of net worth of what you're worth.
You want that money?
Why?
No, hold up.
Yo,
I'm gonna
he
tell you.
always
Okay,
does
Hold on,
this.
it's important. That's right.
I just
Yo, he's worse
I'm
than a
sitting in
baby
here as a friend of
mama.
theirs, but I don't like when people be in somebody's
No,
wallet.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm
He
gonna tell
like
you why.
a baby
Hold up.
mama. He be like, according to Google.
People don't. Let me tell you something. This is why people don't. This is why people don't understand the value of money.
White man, always in the black
if
man
people
pocket.
don't, if people don't have it and people don't maintain it, there's a lot to learn with why someone 17 years later could still be worth something. You could be worth nothing. Blew all your fucking money, but you use some tools.
Watching cars with Scottie Pippen.
Well, not really. Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen good.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, what tools did you use, especially not only just for NBA? Like I said, sports is life. To let people know how to stay, above the water and keep your shit going. You didn't spend.
Man, just
You're frugal?
A little luck. That's all. I mean, you make mistakes. I've made mistakes. You've
Invest.
overspent investments. You make mistakes. But I was just lucky. You know what I mean? That's all I can.
Ain't no luck. That's God. Don't worry about
That's
that.
good. There you go.
Yeah, but you also didn't spend crazy and well, I'm sure you made, like you said, you made some mistakes,
Yeah,
but
made some
you also,
mistakes.
was smart with it. I always tell people that it's funny because they always make fun of me whenever I talk about money. But money is truth because, I never learned how to build my credit. It took me many, many, many years later to ever figure out even how because no one taught me about that. I just spent everything I had on me.
Yeah.
So when I see somebody hold money and hold a net worth and stick with it, I'm like, I want to learn how.
But it's hard. Like it's not easy. The NBA, you come out of your neighborhood, your inner cities. A lot of guys come out of it and don't have a foundation, or their surrounding people don't know what's going on, and it can happen. You know what I mean? That's why I said, it's a little luck sometimes, a little
You gotta stop
knowledge.
with that luck. That's God.
And there you go.
And
But-
what's next for Coach Strickland? Are you going to be going into the NBA or do you want to stay college bound?
Well, I would love to be a college head coach.
Okay.
That was the goal coming into a college. Obviously the NBA is the NBA, so I mean that's an option. But my goal is I would love to be a college head coach.
Yeah.
And I kind of enjoy working with the young kids, and kind of guiding them, giving them a little bit to get to their next step. I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like you
more
have a lot to
fulfilling.
offer too to that college age kid who might be able to make that next step into the league. You got a lot to offer them. Although to be honest with you now, too, I mean they've kind of slowed down the high school to the league pipeline. They've kind of cut that up a little bit. But if they start that up again, then you need to be at Oak Hill. You need to be at a prep school getting these kids ready for the league. Again, because 17 years in a professional league. Like, I mean, we're looking at this guy, Tom Brady. Forget about the championships that Tom Brady's won, but just the longevity to play a professional sport for this amount of time. I mean, what
Sure.
does NFL stand for anyway?
Yeah.
Not for long.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not easy, man. It's not easy.
Hey, listen, and you have found a way to, take your professions and teach them and bring them on to,
Well, that's what
the
it's
youth.
about, because the experiences, the good and the bad. I
Yeah.
mean, most people who've been through something able to help,
Yeah.
the next person.
Most definitely. Listen, we got a segment called "I Don't Trust People."
Oh, but one last question for Rob.
Okay.
Rob, what's the most you scored in a game? Or better yet, give me one of your favorite overall games.
Well, the most I scored was 36, and it was here in New York at the Garden, and it was against Derek Harper, who was a tough lockdown defender. And I'll never forget at halftime, I had 18, and he told me, he said, "Oh, you won't get another 18." I got another 18. So,
You love a challenge. You better go.
I do. I do.
Go.
So
Tell that man he can't, so he could.
there's the challenge. So let's tell Rod we have a segment called "I Don't Trust People." Internet, you know how to get involved. Hashtag I Don't Trust People. Just keep on filling it up on Twitter. Tweet who you don't trust, what you don't trust, and if you got something that's decent, ain't no fuck shit, then we'll put you on an episode of the show. So who we got this week? Who's
Our
something?
first submission comes from Jess Jarvon. I don't trust people who say I'm busy that don't have a job. You a hater, Jarvon. What about the independent grinder? Just because I'm not clocking in for the man on the plantation don't mean I don't have things to do. I'm booked.
Well, it depends.
How dare you?
I agree with that. It depends what type of.
Check my itinerary.
This day and age is not 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 10 to 6.
Yeah.
That's not regular. So
The
people
block is hot.
may be doing.
Nigga,
Listen,
I'm busy.
You got to work 2-3 jobs.
I don't trust people that send you that DM or that text when they see you pop up on social media on one of your feeds.
I'm good for that. Hey,
You
you alive?
Like I know I'm on Twitter right now, but I'm too busy to talk to you.
I'm going to retweet it. Retweet.
She's crazy. Who's next?
The next one comes from JD_Gatling Jr. I don't trust Vice President Pence giving out Black History facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also, didn't Trump change Black History Month to African American History
And
Month?
how dare he decide that with him and his toupee?
Well, orange.
Yeah, like, come on.
Who we got next?
The next one comes from Paul Beast James. I don't trust people who cheer for sports teams of cities they ain't from or live in.
I don't agree with that.
You a hater.
Yeah, I
Like-
like, you could have, look how many people. Dallas grew up. Dallas is from fucking New York City. He's a Cowboy fan.
And his name is Dallas. Fuck
Well,
you.
that's true.
Like, he want to be a goddamn, he like it when the team
When
say
I
his
learned
name
about
twice.
the sport, the Cowboys was official.
I like the
Tony
Cowboys
Dorsett
too.
was official. Roger Staubach was official. That's when I learned about football.
I don't know about those guys.
Not everybody who lives in their hometown loves their hometown.
Maybe
team.
your hometown is Trash Bandicoot.
Well-
and you don't want to root for them.
Well, it also could be somebody in their family.
I like the Mets. I like the Knicks.
Somebody in their family may have liked a team that
I
they
like Knicks too, but now they only got eighths and dimes. There's no more Knicks. You
No, nobody sells Knicks no more.
gotta you gotta talk to somebody, get some Knicks. Might get a tray bag.
Who else we got?
Let me go. Let me see. This one, of course. Thank you, Pete. This one is from Ooshish Lushish.
Okay,
I don't
whoever that
know.
is.
Trillo Kaj. I
Wow.
don't trust people who haven't dove headfirst into Miss Lissa Knows inbox yet.
Oh, okay, listen, I
me
like this guy.
alone.
First of all, Internet, we told you a while ago, she hasn't been dating. Things have been a little dry. So, if you're on social media, jump into the DMs.
Don't do
Slide.
it.
Slide
I should not
into
even
the
have
DMs.
read that.
At Miss Listen Knows. And listen, I gave you an opportunity
No.
to take her on a date.
I'm Liz Strickland, okay? I'm low key. I don't want it, okay?
Okay, well,
leave
so-
me alone.
Internet's
Go
on-
figure out your career. When you walk into these doors, think about the future. If you doing that, maybe. Other than that, all of these short attention span ass niggas, I'm good. Don't worry, me and my hand, Pamela Henderson, doing big things.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Okay,
she's saying
leave
that.
me alone.
She's saying that, but slide up in there.
I'm a
Internet,
mother.
just for the culture, one
don't
time.
do it. Leave me alone. Me.
Internet, I don't trust people. Hashtag I don't trust people. You have anybody you don't trust, or something you don't trust, or things that people. Like, I give you an example. I said this before, and I'll say it again.
Rod Strickland don't trust somebody that can't lay up with the left hand.
Woo.
Okay, that's
Why y'all
one.
putting words in his mouth? Like, this
say
man
it.
can't talk.
Give the man something.
Hit it.
Like something I don't trust.
Or what you don't trust. Like, for instance, I don't trust mechanics. I don't trust lawyers with cheap suits. Okay? I don't trust people that eat at Olive Garden and talk about
Oh,
authentic
no, I don't trust
Italian
liars.
food. Okay?
I don't know.
I don't trust liars
I
either.
don't know.
Word.
But
I
I'm a
was-
Leo.
That was clean right there. That was clean.
So anyway, internets, I don't trust people. Hashtag, fill that hashtag up at the Premium P Show, at Miss Lissa and Knows, at Dallas Penn.
What about Dallas? What about you? You don't have none?
Yeah, I just said a couple. I just spit off.
Nah,
a
you
couple.
just made it. Come on, those are your regular examples.
And Dallas actually, he said one before. You don't have one this week?
I don't trust people. I mean, I just don't trust people. I'm a hater.
Stop being a hater. What about you, Lissa?
Mom? You said you was my mom and you're not my mom. Nah.
I don't trust black people who don't have a pick in their house. Like, y'all gotta stop. Like, what I'm gonna do when my shit kink up? Like, you handing me a rat tail comb, or you trying to hand me the fork? Like, I need a pick.
Hold on a second. Rod Strickland don't have a pick in his house.
No, because he's an African. I said black people.
I got a comb though.
Okay.
You African. What is your
He got a
nationality?
comb, though. He got a comb.
What's my nationality?
Yeah.
African American.
I hate when they do this. I don't trust I don't trust when they looking extra beige, when they waffle colored, and when you ask them for a background, they just give you black. I don't trust it. You know somebody had their hand in that cookie jar. Gonna lie to me.
Well, I will say this, internet, just make sure you get involved. Hashtag, I don't trust people on Twitter. And, you come with that funny shit
Al, you
or
coming?
that good shit. We'll feature you on the next episode. But Strick, Rod,
Yes,
what's how many nicknames we got again? Hot
you done
Rod?
gave him
Nah, I
mad
only
ones.
got a
I got a couple in my
man,
mind, but
that I
you
can
got a ring
remember.
on. Okay. No.
First of all, it's been dope to just sit here and hear your journey and just hear what you went through and just your times. But looking back, any regrets on your playing career?
No, I would tell you the one thing I know I said it like 3 or 4 times. It would just be
A better attitude. Yeah.
No,
More
no,
professional.
Professional.
because I think then everything comes together.
You know what would have been dope if you had like a manager at that time. Like people don't look to it as that much.
Well, it's like a mentor.
Yeah, like a
you're
mentor.
saying,
Yeah, like
basically.
somebody who will handle the branding, the social, somebody that'll give you the ideas.
Well, we didn't have that back
Yeah,
then.
no,
either.
I'm just saying, but
Somebody to get your telegrams together,
No, but-
sort them out.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Make sure everything's good.
Be able to vet the people. But you want to know something? Like I said again, you were, to me, you were still in the cusp of the sport becoming this entertainment machine. You know what I mean? It was still people playing that love to play. Because to tell you the truth, you and Kobe Bryant, there's really no difference. All Kobe Bryant wanted to do is play basketball. He had the mentors to put some people around him that could help market, kind of help him do things outside of the court.
Yeah,
But he was a gym rat,
different
like
era.
you.
Different era. Kobe's a different being, though. But that's.
I mean, he's.
You could have gave him buckets. You could have gave
But
him.
first of all,
Well, I
Rod
did
don't know how to
give
speak
him
five.
That talk.
yeah,
Done.
Rod didn't speak French and Italian though.
No, not at
okay,
all.
you see, you don't have, and he also speaks.
See, he gave him buckets in English.
Yeah. But so internets can catch you on Twitter now. You said Rod
On
_Strickland.
Twitter, Rod
You'll also
Strickland.
catch you for University
University of South Florida,
South Florida.
assistant coach at University of South Florida.
South
What else you got
Florida
going on?
Bulls,
Any
all right.
investments you're in or things you're doing?
I mean, you trying to invest in something? You got some
I'm a
chicken.
basketball guy, so I'm just trying to keep developing myself as a coach. Like I said, eventually I want to become a head coach, and so I'm just working those things. I'm forgetting. I did just start a podcast.
Really? What? Oh shit! Let the people know where they can find it.
Well, it's Strictly Speaking.
Okay.
It's on. Y'all gonna kill me right now.
iTunes.
We'll
and
find it. We'll
SoundCloud.
find it. We'll find
It's
it.
on iTunes.
It's
but
got to
I'm
be
not-
on iTunes.
I got a brain lock, but I'm gonna tell you in 2 seconds. But
Yeah.
I just started it.
What's it about?
Just talking to former athletes or athletes, media guys. I had Stephon Marbury on there.
Nice.
Had a real great, interesting conversation about his journey, about him in China. He's doing really, really well in China, and I kind of wanted people to kind of get a feel for.
He's
Steph.
not eating Vaseline anymore.
Nah, Steph is one of my favorites, man, and I think he's one of the most misunderstood guys. And I think he went to China. He found happiness. Like, I spoke to him, and his whole demeanor was different.
Yeah. Well,
And,
first of all,
But you know what, Steph needed to get away from here.
But Steph got the last laugh. Steph is doing some big things. He's had a great career.
Yeah.
I spoke to Stephen A. Smith.
when you say he's doing some big things, what's he doing out
Well,
there?
he's over in China. He has business. He has manufacturers. He has his sneaker stuff.
Yep.
But he's doing a lot of business over there. He's doing a lot of business over there.
What'd you say? You spoke to Stephen A. Smith? What?
Yeah, no, just on Strictly Speaking, just had conversations. He talked about his journey, his background. So it's just kind of a forum to just kind of let athletes, media types or
I love Stephen.
We
I
need
love
to get some cheerleaders in the seat.
I love Stephen A. Smith. The only thing I don't like is his hairline, man. Makes me think how bad my hairline is.
Before I mess up, Strictly Speaking, it's on the Shadow League.
There you go.
It's on the
Shadow
There you
League.
go.
Yep,
Dig it.
shadowleague.com.
That's gonna be crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, but listen,
I think that's dope.
It's good. It's good. It's funny. Like you just announced a podcast like out of nowhere. So, Internet, make sure you go check that out. Subscribe to Rod Strickland's podcast. Just yourself, just you.
Strictly Speaking.
Well, it's me. I have another guy, Ali's from Baltimore.
Okay,
and my guy Gary Howard, who big time journalist, media guy. Grew up with him. One of those guys I grew up with, and he's kind of helped me develop it.
Nice.
And move it along.
Hey,
That's
listen,
dope.
you need that. Yo, did you buy Jordans when you were growing up?
Never.
What? Never? Not even
No,
one
because
Jordan?
I was with Nike.
I know you were at Nike, but I'm saying you never bought Jordans at all. No.
Well, let me not lie. I can't recall.
Right, he gonna have Mariah Carey. I don't know what that is.
What about Adidas? What about Adidas? Shell toes? Did you ever?
Shell toes
Okay.
all the time. Run DMC,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Now
Pumas.
Suede
too,
Puma, Clyde.
Walt
Clydes.
Frazier's.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Yeah.
But you're doing
Converse,
the
Dr.
podcast
J's.
now. Do you feel like that's gonna kind of like push you into more broadcasting?
Yeah, I want to do. I want to get into this.
Yeah.
Radio, television.
You got a good voice.
Yeah, I was one of those guys who was understated, didn't really talk much. So it's funny. I had Michael Rappaport on there.
Oh,
And
nice.
first-
Yeah. Me and him been
That's
meaning
my
to
guy.
do something. Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah,
He's
good dude.
so refreshing
Yeah.
and he speaks his mind.
Yeah.
But he was like, I can't even believe you coaching, let alone doing this because you never really spoke.
Sure.
So this kind of gives me an opportunity to let people probably hear me.
Oh,
like
you had
they've
him
never
on. You
heard
had
me
you had
before.
him on an episode.
Yeah.
He's a big Knicks fan.
Yeah. Good
yeah.
guy. So I love this. I want to do this more. That's why when this opportunity came, let's do it.
That's dope.
It's funny though,
Congrats.
because I had my guy Gary Howard. I'm gonna tell on him. But when I was doing this, he was like, "You sure you want to do this?" He said he watched y'all. He said, "You sure you want to do this?" He said, "Because they can get a little wild."
They wild.
But I told him, I said, "I'm good because I'm not gonna get wild. Like,
Yeah.
they can't make me wild."
Yeah, of course.
But
Take
then
your
I'm
shot,
sitting
don't
there.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there and I'm like, "This was cool." Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I wasn't nervous about any of that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if you threw up before you came here, then I know
Yeah, I
we
wasn't.
made
But then as she started going, I was like, "Okay, I know who's the one." You know what I mean?
The one you got to watch out for.
Yeah,
You thought it was
so-
me. No, it's her.
Yeah, at first with
I
the
definitely
old
got
joke.
something circled, but I'm gonna leave it alone. See, I was good today. I was good.
But no, it's good to hear Rod Strickland, a New York native, just a Knickerbocker, and then multiple other teams, where 17 years, you played the game, I mean, that's a congratulatory type thing,
Yeah,
man.
no, I
So,
appreciate
we wish you multiple success, and especially with these kids and growing them up in college and shit like that and doing that, and doing what you love. But more importantly, I'm going to leave you on this note, you got into the league, you did that, do you celebrate your victories, like your small victories? Have you celebrated some small?
I do it
something?
now. I never
Yeah.
did it before. I'm telling you, I never.
I can
wanted,
tell that. That's what I'm
yeah, I
saying,
never wanted any acknowledgement. I kind of was uncomfortable with it for years, like playing through the league. I didn't want, somebody would say they're going to do something for me, and I'm good.
Yeah.
But as now that I'm out of the league, like I was inducted to the New York Basketball Hall of Fame. The thing that they did with the Knicks, the bomb squad the other night, like those things are big to me now. Like,
Right.
I kind of, I get that feeling now because it's like, you're one of few who have done this, and for people to acknowledge that and appreciate that, and at 50 years old, still feel the love. I
Sure.
still walk out on the street.
Sure.
Wherever I go,
Sure.
people are still acknowledging, telling me, they was at this game, what they thought of me. You can't beat that.
That's so
Can't
dope.
beat that.
No, I mean, listen, you're an icon, man.
You did it.
You
You
did
did
it.
it.
You did it. You played 17 years. You did it your way. Frankie Sinatra.
And
Shout out
kept
to.
your hair.
My God tells me that all the time. Kyrie's father,
Yeah.
Dedrick Irving, he says it all the time. One thing about you, you did it your way.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra. You
Not
get-
that it was the right way. all the
He did it
time,
Usher.
Nah,
Usher
Frank.
my way.
No.
Nah, he did it Usher. He had a
First
little
of all,
more.
Frank Sinatra.
He had a little more flair.
Frank Sinatra is forever iconic and legendary. He did a lot of dope things, Frank Sinatra. You know, people don't know about that.
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk
We
about
ain't gonna
Frank
talk about
Sinatra
Frank Sinatra.
in
One more
February.
thing, though, 'cause
Okay.
I forgot. I have a nonprofit here in New York City called the Young Athletes Inc.
Really? Where's that? How does people find
it's
out
in the
about
Bronx, New York.
that? Okay.
And we do a Kyrie Irving, Rod Strickland basketball tournament every year.
Okay. Is there a
Up in the
website they
Bronx.
could go to? Or?
Youngathletes.org.
Okay.
Young athlete, Google it. Google
Youngathletes.org.
That's so
Get
dope.
activated.
Listen, continue flourishing and continuing
Appreciate you, man.
continuing doing what you do. And like I said, we had a good time on this episode. I'm
Had a
sure the
great
internet's
time.
going to
You're
love it.
dope.
I had a great
You're like the
time.
Super Bowl. If nothing else, how that team was losing in the first half, you was not getting the attention that you needed. That second half, you gonna win ultimately. Like, you're so dope. Like, I wish I had a son so I could hand him to you. You could teach him
appreciate
some
that.
basketball or
Appreciate
something.
that.
Last thing, what about Porzingis? You think this kid's a
You
real
asking
deal?
about the Pooh
Man, I
Singers?
think he's
No,
gonna-
Porzingis plays for the Knicks. No.
You asking about his sex life now?
No, I think he's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I think soon as the Carmelo thing, you know,
Yeah, it figures out.
he's gonna be great. He's big
Yeah.
time. He's like, it's like looking at Dirk
Yeah.
all over again. You know.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? Your opinion on Phil as a Knicks fan myself, I would like to see Phil coach. So when he came as a GM, I'm like,
Yeah.
Do
yeah.
you
But
think?
tell about the rigors. Hold on, the rigors of coaching.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, coaching is tough, just like playing. I mean, it's not exactly, but it's just like playing. But I don't think Phil was ready to do that.
Yeah, and I think-
he's
yeah.
comfortable up top, and I think it's unfamiliar to him. Just like having Derek Fisher as the player, then coming in New York City. They both, you know how it is. You coming in New York City,
Yeah.
it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So you got to figure it out,
Yeah.
because New York gonna make him figure it out.
Yeah, shit, you got that right. You
Yeah.
got that right. Anyway, internets, listen, make sure you subscribe, rate, leave a comment. Also, we're looking for some editors and from social contributors. Email thepremiumpeachshow@gmail.com. And just make sure you subscribe, rate. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, all the other podcasts and platforms. Internet's Rod Strickland.
Make them jump like Rod Strickland.
And check out his podcast too.
Strictly speaking.
Strictly speaking,
Mm-hmm.
on theshadowleague.com.
That's
Ow.
right. That's right. Internets, we'll see you next episode. Miss Listen Knows, Dallas Penn, Rod Strickland. The
Now you
Premium
said
Pete
that
Show.
right. Rod
CHEA.
Strickland.
Peace.